What is up? What is up, YouTube? Today is Uncle Mike's birthday. We're gonna be dropping. I'm gonna drop about 8-9 videos today, man. Yesterday was my birthday also. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Check this out, man. I saw something at Diddy's party. Terrence Howard tried to warn me. He tried to warn me. Hey, these are horror stories. Y'all know Uncle Mike can barely speak, man. Hey, at the end of this video, I'm gonna play one of my songs, man. I'm working on some songs and stuff just so y'all can hear it. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check it out.
This isn't one of those Hollywood horror tales where ghosts haunt old studios or cursed scripts destroy careers. No. What you're about to hear is something much darker. Something real. It's about power, silence, and what really happens behind the closed doors of the rich and famous. You've heard the rumors. You've seen the clips. Celebrities talking in riddles, breaking down on live TV, disappearing for months, only to return acting different. People joke about secret parties, but no one ever tells you what really goes on inside. Not unless they've seen it. I have. And what I saw during spring break last year, it changed me. It changed all of us. We were just college kids chasing a dream, chasing a night we'd never forget. And we got exactly that. So consider this your warning, because once you hear what happened, you won't look at fame the same way again. This is the story of the night we went to Diddy's party and saw Terrence Howard there. Spring break in LA, that's all it was supposed to be.
What?
Me, Simone, and Jada, two of my closest friends since freshman year, had been grinding nonstop. Finals, jobs, internships, life had been heavy. So when Simone's cousin offered us her apartment in Koreatown for the week, we jumped on it. We weren't rich, we weren't influencers, just three college kids from the East Coast trying to get a taste of the good life for a few days. And at first, that's exactly what it was. The palm trees, the beaches, the parties with rooftop DJs and overpriced drinks. We hit up Venice, took selfies at Runyon, even snuck into a hotel pool downtown. It felt like we were in the movie, living the kind of life people only post about. But LA has this strange energy to it. It's beautiful, yeah. But behind the beauty, there's this quiet thrum. Like something's watching, like the city's smiling at you, but not with its eyes. Simone felt it first. You notice how everyone out here is pretending? She asked one night. Like nobody really looks happy. It's all just for the camera. She wasn't wrong. Even the parties felt off. People laughed too loud, smiled too hard, took videos of themselves dancing, then dropped the act the second the phone was down. Like it was all just a role. But we didn't care. We were there to have fun. Not to psychoanalyze the city. That's why when we got invited to the real party, we said yes without thinking. It was our third night in LA. We were at a bar in West Hollywood, chill, dimly lit, filled with people who looked like they stepped off magazine covers. Jada, being Jada, struck up a conversation with this guy at the bar. Mid-40s, bald, gold chain, all black suit. The kind of guy who didn't say much but had presence. 10 minutes later, she came back with a look on her face like she just found out she was cast in a movie. Y'all, we just got invited to Diddy's house. Simone blinked, stopped playing. Dead ass. He gave me the address. Said we need to be there by midnight. But there's rules, no phones, dress nice, and don't ask questions. We all laughed. It sounded fake, like one of those too good to be true Hollywood stories people make up on TikTok. But Jada was dead serious. And when we looked up the address, it was in Beverly Hills, a real mansion, gated, private, like something out of a rap video. I should have listened to that little voice in the back of my head, the one that said it was all too perfect. But we were high off the vibe, the adventure, the idea that maybe, just maybe, we were about to step into a world most people only dream of. We went home, changed, and called the Uber just before midnight. As the car climbed into the hills, the city lights spread out behind us like a glittering ocean. Jada kept fixing her lip gloss in the mirror. Simone sat quietly, looking out the window, eyes sharp. Me? I was just trying to play it cool. But deep down, something didn't feel right. We got dropped off just past midnight. The Uber driver didn't say a word the entire ride up the canyon. No music, no small talk. Just silence and winding roads, the city getting smaller and darker behind us. When we reached the address, there were no flashing lights, no lines of people waiting to get in. Just two tall iron gates that opened as we approached, like they were expecting us. A man in a charcoal suit stood at the entrance. No smile, no introduction. He looked us over from head to toe, then nodded once and said, "Phones." We handed them over, hesitating. He dropped them into a black velvet pouch, sealed it, and handed us a claim ticket like it was dry cleaning. "Follow the lights, don't wander." Then he turned and walked away. We looked at each other, unsure. But the gate was already closing behind us. The driveway was lined with tiny flickering lights embedded in the concrete, like runway markers. The mansion at the end rose out of the darkness like a monument. Sleek black glass and concrete. No windows. No sound. No one else was arriving. That's when Simone whispered, "Why does this feel like we're walking into a museum? Or a tomb?" Jada shushed her, but I felt it too. The silence. The air. It was too still, like the night was holding its breath. The front doors were already open when we reached them. No one greeted us. Just a long hallway glowing with soft red lighting, stretching out like the inside of a high-end art gallery. The music was low. Not even music, really. More like ambient tones. Deep, vibrating bass. Like the kind of sound you feel in your chest but can't hum. There were people, gorgeous, well-dressed, silent, mingling without speaking, sipping drinks that didn't seem to come from anywhere. They moved slowly, deliberately, like they were in some kind of trance. We walked in, trying to act like we belonged, but instantly knew we didn't. The vibe wasn't wild, it wasn't fun, it was controlled. A slow-motion dream we couldn't wake up from. Someone handed us drinks on a tray, clear liquid, no label. Jada grabbed one immediately. I hesitated. Simone didn't touch hers at all. "Just one," Jada said, nudging me. But Simone leaned in. "Watch the crowd. Nobody's drunk, nobody's dancing. That's not a party, that's a performance." She was right. Every face around us wore the same empty, frozen smile, like they were waiting for something, like they were all in on some secret, and we were the only ones who didn't know the rules. That's when I saw him, across the room, by a floor-to-ceiling window that looked out over the city. Terrence Howard, not on a stage, not performing, just standing there, alone. He looked exactly how he does in interviews, that smooth but strange energy, like he was thinking 10 thoughts at once. But there was something else too, a weight in his shoulders, like he was tired of carrying something he couldn't put down. Jada grabbed my arm. "Yo, is that who I think it is?" Before I could answer, he turned and locked eyes with me. Not with all of us, just me. And in that moment, I swear to God, it felt like he recognized me. Like he'd seen this exact night play out before and knew exactly how it would end. He didn't say anything at first, just stared. Then slow and steady, Terrence Howard started walking toward me, cutting across the room like a ghost through smoke. The people around us didn't even seem to notice, like he wasn't really there. He stopped a few feet away, looked at me, and said, "You ever feel like you walked into a place you already dreamed about?" I didn't know what to say. This house, these people, all of it, it's a rerun. Different cast, same story. His voice was soft, but it carried, smooth, almost hypnotic. "You look like you still got yours," he said. I blinked. "Got what?" He smiled, but not like he was happy, more like he pitied me. Your man card. I don't know what you mean. Terrence leaned in closer, just enough so I could hear the tremble in his voice, like he was holding something back. They'll come for it. They always do. Maybe not tonight, maybe not next week, but eventually they'll ask. They don't take it all at once, just enough to make you feel like you owe them, enough to make you dependent. And once you give it up, you start disappearing from the inside. I stood there, heart pounding. I didn't know if he was crazy or brilliant or both. Why are you telling me this? He looked over my shoulder, his whole body tensed. Because he's watching you now. I turned, Diddy, standing across the room, talking to someone, laughing softly, but his eyes were locked on me. Not on the girls, not on the crowd, me. He's already chosen, Terrence muttered. You'll think it's just a drink, a conversation, a small request, but it's not. It's the door. The first one's always the easiest. After that, you start handing pieces of yourself away like candy. I looked back at Terrence to ask more, but he was already gone, like he'd never been there at all. Simone appeared at my side, eyes narrowed. What did he say to you? Nothing, I lied. It was nothing. But it wasn't nothing, because Diddy was walking toward us now, grinning. Diddy approached with the kind of energy you can't ignore. Smooth, commanding, like he was used to people parting ways when he walked into a room. He smiled like we were old friends, even though I'd never met him in my life. What's good, young king? He said, clapping a heavy hand on my shoulder. You from out of town, right? I nodded, tried to stay cool, but I could feel Simone tense beside me. Yeah, just visiting for spring break. We were invited. I know who invited you. He cut in. And I'm glad you came. You got a good energy. Real calm. Balanced. He paused for a second, scanning my face like he was sizing me up. You ever think about staying out here? Making moves? You could go far in this town. Real far. I shrugged, trying to laugh it off. Maybe. I mean, it's LA. Everyone dreams about being out here, right? He grinned wider. Dreams come true out here, but only for people who know how to play the game. His voice dropped, lower now. Intimate, almost fatherly. Come with me for a minute. I want to show you something. Simone stepped forward. We're good, actually. We were just about to leave. I ain't talking to you, sweetheart, he said, still smiling, but with a sharpness in his voice that made my stomach turn. He looked back at me. Come on, just 5 minutes. I looked at Simone. Her eyes said, don't go. Every instinct in my body said the same, but I went. He led me down a long hallway, deeper into the house. The noise faded behind us, or maybe it just got absorbed by the walls. The further we walked, the darker it got. The lights turned red, diamond noise, intimate. At the end of the hall was a black door. He opened it. Inside was a small lounge, low lights, leather furniture, mirrors, and something else, a presence. He gestured for me to sit. You got a lot of potential, he said, pouring 2 drinks from a crystal decanter. But potential don't mean shit if you ain't willing to give something up. He handed me a glass. I didn't take it. What is this? He laughed, low and calm. Just a drink, my guy. Chill. Don't be scared. But I wasn't scared of the drink. I was scared of what came after it, because I could feel it in my bones, in my blood. This was the moment Terrence had warned me about. It wasn't a drink. It was a test. The first offer, the first yes. The first piece of myself I'd have to give away. I stared at the glass. It looked normal. No strange color, no weird smell. Just a clear, expensive-looking liquid in a cut glass tumbler. But everything about it felt wrong. Diddy was watching me. Not with curiosity, but with expectation. Like he already knew what I was supposed to do. Like he was just waiting to see if I'd break. You know, he said, swirling his own glass without drinking it, everybody who ever made it in this town, they've been right where you are, right here. He leaned back, smiling, eyes locked on mine. You want to be great? You got to let go of the small version of yourself, the one with doubts, the one that's scared to take risks. This, he nodded to the glass. This is just the start, a little trust, a little openness. I didn't say anything. I could feel my throat tightening, my skin itched. Drink it, he said calmly now. It's just a drink. But it wasn't. We both knew it. It was a signal, a choice. And something in that room, something I couldn't see, was waiting for my answer. My hand hovered over the glass. For a split second, I thought about it, about how easy it would be to just say yes, go with the flow, become part of the machine. Maybe I'd end up famous, rich, untouchable. But I remembered Terrence's face, the weight in his eyes. And I remembered Simone, standing in the main room, watching me disappear down the hallway, with that same look my mom gave me the first time I almost got arrested in high school. Like she knew she might never get the same version of me back. My hand dropped. I'm good. The words felt heavier than they should have. Diddy's smile didn't fade, but it hardened. His eyes lost their warmth. You sure? He asked. This door don't open twice. Then I guess I'll keep the one I got. Silence. Thick, suffocating silence. Then he laughed, but it wasn't friendly. It wasn't funny. All right, he said, standing. Your call. He opened the door. Go back to your friends. But the tone had changed. I was no longer a guest. I was a disappointment. And in that moment, I knew exactly what Terrence meant. Because when you don't play the game, when you say no, they don't get angry. They get interested. Like they want to see how long you can survive without them. Like they start watching. I didn't go back to my friends. Diddy didn't let me. The hallway didn't lead back the way I came. I turned around, and the door we'd walked through was gone. Just a blank wall of matte black concrete. I spun around, heart thumping, breath quickening. He was still there, calm, collected, unbothered. I tried the soft approach, he said, stepping forward. But you're one of those thoughtful types. Think too much. Gotta feel it to believe it. Where's the exit? I asked. He chuckled. You think this house got exits? Then he pointed down another corridor, this one narrower, darker, a long black hallway that seemed to shrink the deeper it went. Come on, you came this far. I should have run, but I didn't. Maybe I thought I could talk my way out. Maybe I thought I could see where the trick was. Still pretending this was just a Hollywood mind game, some twisted initiation ritual. But as I followed him, something changed. The lights overhead dimmed. The air got thick, heavy, like walking through syrup. The hallway pulsed with low vibrations, like there was something alive beneath the walls, breathing. We stopped at a single steel door, deadbolted from the outside. Diddy looked at me, more serious than he'd been all night. You keep looking at me like I'm the one you should be scared of. He placed a hand on the bolt, unlocked it. I'm just the handler. Handler for what? He opened the door. Inside was nothing. Just blackness. A darkness so deep it wasn't just absence of light. It felt like it ate light. The air turned cold. Not breeze cold, deep freezer cold. I could feel it crawling under my skin into my chest. I was about to speak when I heard it. Breathing, but not like a person. Slow, deep, wet, like lungs that hadn't taken air in centuries. I didn't see anything, but I could feel it. A presence, massive, ancient, wrong. Diddy didn't move, didn't flinch. It lives with me, he said softly. Grew up with me. At first I didn't know what it was. Thought it was ambition, thought it was drive, but it's hunger. pure and simple. It don't want money, don't care about awards. It wants submission, wants you to hand over the last piece of yourself, the piece that says, nah, I'm still mine. It needs that, over and over, to stay quiet, to stay fed. I stepped back. My mouth had gone dry. You feed it? He looked at me, smiled. Everyone does. Some just call it different names. And if I say no, he tilted his head. Then it waits, follows, doesn't go away. You'll hear it, feel it, in the moments you're alone, when you doubt yourself, when your back's against the wall. He nodded at the dark room. You'll remember this place. You'll remember me. And one day, you'll wish you said yes. I turned to leave, but the hallway behind me was gone, swallowed by shadow. He stepped closer, put a hand on my shoulder, and his voice dropped, almost kind. This is the part where you stop being a boy, where you give it over like the rest of us did, just once. That's all it takes. So I'll ask you again. He turned toward the darkness. The air shook. Something shifted in that black space. Something moved. And then I asked him, when do you do it? He grinned. That same cold, charming grin. Whenever it gets too hungry. Whenever I feel like I'm slipping. That's when I feed it. That's when I take a man's card. I don't remember how I got out. Not clearly. 1 second I was staring into that room, into that living, breathing absence. And the next, I was outside, standing barefoot in the middle of a cul-de-sac. No phone, no jacket, just me, under a sky that looked unfamiliar. The mansion was gone. Not like I walked away from it, like it never existed at all. Behind me, there was just a tall hedge, no driveway, no gate, no house. I stood there for a while, trying to catch my breath, trying to slow my heartbeat, but my body wouldn't listen. Something inside me was still screaming. I wandered until I hit a main road, found a gas station, borrowed someone's phone, called Simone. She answered on the first ring. Where the hell are you? I didn't even know how to respond. They'd been looking for me. Jada was crying. Simone had almost called the cops. They'd waited outside the house for an hour. Then just like that, the gate shut, the lights went off, and no one answered. They thought I left with someone. I wish I had. When I got back to the apartment, nobody said much. I didn't tell them what happened. I couldn't. How do you explain something like that? How do you tell people there's a monster in the hills, a real one, and it's not under anyone's bed? It's behind a suit, a name, a face you've seen a million times on TV. For the rest of the trip, I was quiet, barely ate, barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I could still hear the breathing, still feel the air turn heavy and wrong, still see the way Diddy looked at me in that hallway, not like a person, like a predator who knew I was still within reach. We flew home. Jada brushed it all off like it was a weird night that got out of hand. Simone didn't buy it. She kept watching me, like she knew something followed me back. And something did. The air around me feels different now. Sometimes I catch movement in mirrors that disappears when I turn around. I'll wake up at 3:33 a.m. and feel it, like someone's sitting in the corner of my room, just watching, not moving, not breathing, just waiting. And sometimes, in the quiet, in the in-between moments, I hear it. That voice. Not Diddy's, not mine. The other one. The one from the room. The one I didn't see, but will never forget. It whispers, you can still come back. All you have to do is say yes. And now I know what Terrence meant. He didn't survive that party. Not really. He just found a way to carry what followed him and keep walking. So if you ever get the invite, the DM, the whisper, the handshake, if someone tells you the real party starts after midnight, behind a gate no one else can see, you better ask yourself one question. Do you still have your man card? And more importantly, Are you ready to fight to keep it?
Your man card, man, means everything. If you're a man, you know, some males don't care about the man card, so that's what that's all about, man. Hey, it's Uncle Mike's birthday. The camera went off. Well, the monitor part of the camera, I don't like that. I wish it should be a setting where it stays on 24/7, but it's not. So hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that bell. Today is Uncle Mike's birthday, and I am rolling, doing what I want to do. You know what I want to do? I want to do my reactions, man. I want to get my work done. Yeah, that's what I want to do on my birthday. I'm 59, young. I can't believe 59. I'm 1 year away from 60. I'm an old fart, baby. I still feel young, though. I thank the Lord that I'm healthy. I thank the Lord for all the talent and stuff I have. Oh. I was gonna play the song at the end, man. Check this out, man. I'm gonna play the song. This is my song,
check
y'all.
It. It's the story of Mike Cross. So listen close. Started with the fam. Christmas time never froze. Brother CC on the drums, dad groove in the bass. Mom singing with a drumstick had a special place. See, I rented the car, couldn't play it that well, but with record spinning, man, we cast the spell. From that moment on, music had my soul gripped. Rap music hit me hard. Sugar Hill Gang flipped. Now I'm in the game, no time to retreat. From the family jam to my own beat. Studio's my kingdom where I reign supreme, making head nods, living the dream. I started from the bottom, now I'm climbing high, learning every instrument, reaching for the sky. Guitar, keys, I'm mastering the whole scene, crafting hits, living the music dream. From small gigs to big stages, yes, I'm on the rise. Every beat I drop is a sweet surprise. But what's next? I'm hungry for more. From a kid with a dream to the one day adore. Pushing boundaries, breaking through the noise. From the basement to the top, I'm making my choice. Music is my life, the ultimate devotion. For Christmas with the fam, the worldwide promotion. Now I'm in the game, no time to retreat. From the family jam to my own beat. Studio's my kingdom where I reign supreme, making head nods, living the dream. Now I'm in the game, no time to retreat. From the family jam to my own beat. Studio's my kingdom where I reign supreme, making head nods, living the dream.
I put that scratching in there. Hit it. Old school scratch, baby. Headline living the dream.
Studio's my kingdom where I reign supreme, making head nods, living the dream.
Hey, look here, man. It's my birthday. Thank y'all for watching and listening to Uncle Mike's music. It's still rough. I'm still putting parts together. It ain't been mixed, mastered, or anything like that. It's just something to let you guys know that Uncle Mike got some talent. They said somebody was like, he don't even know what he doing. Trust me, dog. People pay me to teach them so they would know what they doing. That's what I do. Music, engineering, certified sound technician. That's what I do. I can't help it, man. That's what I do. That's how much I was in love with this music scene and everything. And I'm super pissed off at this puffy dude. I wanted to grow up to be like him. Now I can't stand his guts. So, hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.